everybody. Welcome back to Cocktails and Rocktails with me, your most notorious groupie, Alice Rouse, author of this little guy right here, where you can get my book, everything else, down in that description. So go down like it's a back lounge of the tour bus in the 80s. And as always, you guys, I love starting the episodes, being so thankful for everybody here. Meeting the most amazing people. Thank you, Alex Musat, for having me on your morning show in Romania. You guys, I'll have that link down here when I get it, or I'll post it to the channel when I do get it. That was really awesome to do. Super nice, guys. So thank you for that, and thank you for everybody who's coming here, who's feeling empowered, who's feeling the fun, who's feeling the love, who's sharing their stories, or who's just lurking. Thank you guys so much, truly. You guys all really mean the world to me. But something I'm not thankful for, okay, a few people have asked me, no, I'm thankful for the people who asked me, but a few people who are new to the channel wanted to know what the joke about Kip Winger was. Why I say that in the beginning. So today, you guys, we're going back there. We're revisiting Kip Winger. I'm going to do the reading from the book and today's little cocktail because things get, oh shit. Ooh. We're just going to have a little Guinness because things are about to get dark and moody. Well, they were really dark when he went to Kip Winger's room. So everybody grab your Guinnesses, kick up your feet. Let's have a little cocktails and rocktails. If I can get any Guinness out of this. Give me a minute. Me and my too much head. But I was taught head was never too much. But okay, everybody. Kick your feet. Cocktails and rocktails times. Cheers, big ears. It's Guinness. Definitely swallowing that over Kip Winger. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out why I say that. So this, you guys, is 1989. Early on in the year. Here's the backstage pass for this. Winger was opening up for Ozzy. So, you know, when Winger was just on MTV, you saw Kip being all hot, strutting across the stage, singing She's Only 17 and Madeline. And he had this bulge, and I had to find out, right? So this is where we're going to pick up. So I started out in 1989 with a bang from John Christ of the new dark black metal band Danzig. That 2 days of my life was too uneventful to waste ink on. Probably the lamest sex I've ever had. So I will move on to the next tour that I created more than a little havoc on. But hey, the show rocked like hell. Best Danzig concert I ever saw. Yeah, John Christ sucked in bed. How he ended up in porn, I don't know. Somebody must have taught him something. Dick wasn't that fucking impressive. But okay. Anyway, Ozzy Osbourne was rolling back into town, and this time bringing sexy new MTV pretty boy Kip Winger and his band the opening act. Winger's new hit 17 was helping usher in Winger's new hit 17 was helping usher out the overdone 80s cheesy music and causing women's panties to soak from his sexier than God strut across our living room tellies. Of course I was going after him. I see, it's like rock stars were my candy store. What can I say? And if they're there for the taking, might as well grab as much as you can. So everybody else wanted him, and if I showed up with him, I would just piss off the groupie peanut gallery as usual. Keep in mind, I'm 18 years old. So if I'm being a little snarky in my book, it's because I was 18 fucking years old. We all get, you know, a little bitchy. And plus those other groupies were kind of bitches, so I wanted to piss them off. What can I say? All right. That was half the fun of being the queen of the scene, because my friends and I were. Being able to get to the bands with utter ease and blow the dreams up of pubescent groupies everywhere, and now with the age limit having been met, being 18, I was just about to eliminate half the wannabe competition. Kip should be like shooting fish in a barrel, and after what Ozzy handed the lot of us earlier that night before the show, I'm amazed I could even get to him. I could even focus on him. Because I tell you guys, let's see. I do talk about this. Okay, so I'll tell you why, because, yeah, this is the only time I've ever taken these. So, all right. Danny had come out and we'd ventured into the lobby bar of the Doubletree Hotel. I loved this place. They had large tins full of some of the best chocolate chip cookies you'd ever find. We would steal a bunch of them and send them out to different rockers and care packages pretending we made them, and Mrs. Fields cookies. We were 18. All right. They were gifts to the guests and waiting in the rooms as one entered. We had become rather good at making those tins disappear on other occasions, and were planning on our cookie heist as we ordered our first drinks of the night. Reb Beach, Winger's guitarist, and a couple of roadies, and a tour manager we had known before, converged into the evening, and decided to take one thing step further when it was revealed Ozzy had some extracurricular goodies the guys said we should try out. And keep in mind, I mean, I'm mainly a pot smoker and a drinker, so tried a couple other drugs. It just wasn't my thing. So this is one of those nights I was testing out the waters. Lordy. Okay. We all filled into a room with a couple more roadies and apparently an escaped Ozzy Osbourne. He was happily mumbling about the pills he was offering us as a welcome gift, along with a chalky cookie. Hey, he was imposing on our cookie heist plans. Dude, Ozzy, we were meant to get those cookies. We took 10 of those homes. They were so good. Okay, where am I? Damn that, Ozzy. Now we would have to go into other rooms for the coveted tins. Well, this was my plan, and after that little black pill settled in, it went to shit. Especially after the phone rang. Because number one rule, when you're in a hotel room with a rocker, ladies, don't answer the damn phone. And this was being touted as the phone was ringing that night. Along with the hallucinations I was having from the pills with the rest of the room, I have not been able to watch Gumby since this evening. Because I was playing on the TV. Oh, God. Gumby on drugs. I was on drugs. Gumby wasn't. All right. So I heard the phone ring. I remember that I was warned not to answer the annoyance, but still did because I just knew it would be Kip Winger looking for me. Swear. But when I answered, I heard a tiny little English voice that I swore was a fairy. But this was no fairy. It was Sharon Osbourne looking for her MIA hubby. She spoke sweetly, wondering who I was, and I told her. She's like, oh, hello, darling. So I don't do it about... Okay, so this is basically what I had met Sharon Osbourne before because I had met Ozzy before, hung out with the drummer Randy Castillo. So she was like, hello, darling. She's like, how you doing, love? I haven't seen you for a while. What's been going on? She's like, do you see my husband? I'm like, he was here earlier. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, look around the room, darling. She's like, you've been drinking a little. I'm like, no. I'm like, Ozzy gave us some little pills. What pills, darling? What pills did Ozzy give you? What color? I said, black. Oh, shit, she said. And this is the actual conversation. This isn't the way it was in the book. She said, oh, shit. She's like, were they gel or were they solid, love? I'm like, they were solid. Oh, shit, darling, what shape? Round or oval? Round or oval? I'm like, I think they were round. Oh, shit, darling, mommy's on her way down. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. Don't worry, darling. And so I hang up the phone, right? Because that's basically how the conversation went down. All right. So she spoke sweetly, wondering who I was. I told her. She asked me to look around the room, but I was having trouble focusing on anything but the Asian men riding their bikes past our 6th-floor window, which had no balconies. So, yeah, they looked like the old school 1940s, you know, with the rice hats and stuff on. So we were all having that same hallucination. They didn't exist. There were no balconies on this hotel either. She asked me what I took, and I told her hubby had welcomed us with some little black pills. But he was gone now from the room, from what I could tell. I had a bit more conversation about the trip I was on and which pills I had ingested, but still didn't see her hubby in the room anywhere. Sharon was sweet and funny from what I remember, but that next thing I know is this bearded guy who had entered the room during my conversation with the missus, because Sharon was on her way down, but by the time Sharon got to the room, this happens. Okay. He was eyeing me as I talked to Danny and her roadie guy from whom she would see for the next few decades. He was kind of creeping my tripping ass out. The guy who was this guy with the beard that entered the room. Yeah, he was just looking at me and I was like, what? Why are you bothering me? Especially when you're on drugs. I wasn't really drunk. So, but I felt better when Danny told me he was Kip Winger's tour manager and could take me to my coveted rocker right then and there. Ooh. Okay, not scared of him anymore. She had bartered me to Kip already. She did. She's like, oh, that's my friend. She wants Kip. He's like, oh, yeah? He's like, I'll take her to her. Kip's looking for, so yeah, he had seen me earlier. But so Danny was crafty like that. I walked out of the room and into the hallway to go win tonight's band game. Because as you guys know, that's a saying that Danny and I told the boys in Metallica, and that's been a saying that we all joked about for a lot of years. We called it the band game. So as the tour manager and I rode down the elevator I had been stuck in months before with Motley Crue, he called someone from that infamous phone in the wall of the elevator and told whomever he was talking to that we would be there in a few seconds. I followed him down the hallway slowly, trying to stay on my heels in my Black Beauty altered state. I saw a door cracked open that we stopped in front of for a quick inspection. The tour manager opened the door, signaled for me to go in the room before shutting it behind me. This is where it gets dark. Literally, it was pitch black. Well, hell, someone could have turned on a light before I came into the pitch black abode. Luckily, I was eerily familiar with the layout of hotel rooms by now and could make my way into the little room, or so I thought. In the pitch black of the room and on the trip I was on, I unknowingly was about to be attacked by the quietly unassuming telephone cord that lay at my feet. As I stepped across it, because I didn't see it, it was pitch black, so there was this telephone cord on the floor that I was about to trip on. As I stepped across it, the plastic caught my feet, yanking the phone violently off the dresser. I swore it. I was like, fuck! As a light flipped on and a voice asked, "Are you drunk?" I thought about it as I looked over towards Kip Winger, who had been loungingly silently in the dark, stalking his freshly delivered prey. He was sitting stretched out on the bed with the torn shirt he had worn in the band's 17 video. Cheesy, right? It's like, do you have any other shirts? I had to wonder if this rock and roll Ken doll came with any other accessories. I looked at Kip. Of course not, I said in all honesty. I had only had 1 or 2 drinks in the night because the pills were having all the party they needed in my body. I was definitely not drunk. Try turning on a light when you... I said, of course not. Try turning on a light when you know you have a guest coming, I smarted back, with a crooked smile I had inherited from my rock and roll. Still have it. Kip flashed that famously big, bright smile he was so sexy for before he beckoned me over to him. He approved of my looks and happy that I was more than expected. He lowered my top and felt me up for a while before I went down on him. Now let me tell you. I had learned from some of the most seasoned rockers in the history of touring about sex and blowjobs. I was naturally talented at it. And Kip was finding out. He tried stopping me before he could in my mouth with what can only be described as a taste of toothpaste, sour chicken, and burnt asparagus. Foul! Oh God, foul! Foul! It was so bad. I don't know what the fuck he was eating. It was like so bad. It was so foul. I couldn't swallow this and did the only thing I could do in a pinch. I spit the nastiness into an empty glass on the side table next to the bed. It was either that or gag it back onto him, and I was not of the notion that Kip Winger liked snowballing. If you know, you know. I saw it in a movie I've never done on purpose. He profusely apologized to me as I went to the bathroom and rinsed my mouth out with his toothbrush. I came back to the bed thinking I was just going to say goodbye and get my name on the guest list. Nope. He pulled me down and did his thing before finishing off the way he initially intended with me. I must have made a rather good impression, because as we finished out the night, a few hours later, before I left to meet back up with all my friends, to tell them the sordid glass story, Kip asked me the now expected and usual question. How many for the list? The guest list. As good as he said I was, Kip offered the whole list for my sacrifice. I told him me plus 2 and left him and the soiled glass to sleep for the rest of the night. However, after meeting back up with the rest of the Black Beauty crowd, I would find 2 more roadies had brought 2 stupid-ass, bleach blonde ramp rats into the room. Ladies, and I don't mean any offense, but these girls were just loud, obnoxious. They'd had 1 beer. We were so drunk. We're so drunk. I don't want Kip Winger. I'm so drunk. This was them the whole night. I wanted to flick him upside the head. It's like, we were just having a nice mellow party. We didn't need some overbaked chicks with sun marks on their ass cracks. Good God, ladies, when you're in your tanning booth, sit on it. Don't let those little smiley faces at the bottom of your butt cheeks. These girls were orange as hell. Bleach blonde. Fried hair. So, okay. Where was I? Okay. Bleach blonde ramp rats into the room. One was loudly proclaiming herself to Kip Winger for the night. The whole room heartily chuckled at that idea, knowing he had just been tagged for the duration of their Salt Lake City stay. In retaliation and as a slap to the face, I dialed Kip's room, dragging the phone cord across one of the girls' bodies and intentionally swinging the cord into her as I said his name loud enough for her to hear. I took him up on his earlier offer for total guest list domination. Done and shut out. Because the 80s was competition, and you know what? If you had someone that was willing to give you every pass on their guest list, fuck yeah. Took all those passes and gave them to a bunch of people out in the audience. Yeah. I didn't just keep all the passes. I just gave them away to people. I was like, want to go meet the band? Want to go meet the band? The girls and guys. So, yeah, that's what I did with all the passes besides the one me and my friends had. So, all right. The girls sat there with a little more than a quiet. Oh, the girls sat there a little more quiet than before and disappeared for the evening. Done. She figured out she wasn't going to get. I mean, the look on her face, she was like. And her friend just looked at her and was like, oh. She's like, you were with Kip? Yeah, bitch, and I'm going back. Because I did. I went back to the room. So, done. The girls had disappeared with evening, but not with Kip. So, and the next day as Danny and I arrived to the buses for the usual pre-planned come and get us wait time for our boys, I bitchily and unknowingly helped change the face of, oh, okay, we're not going to get into that. That's a whole nother story. Whoops. Me and my microphone, I'm telling you. But okay, so there's why, you guys, because Kip Winger got too excited in my mouth. And that I have never tasted anything like that before or since, and thank God, because if I did, I would lose my appetite for the rest of my life, because, like I said, I don't know what truck stop fucking food he was eating, what shitty catering, but it was not good. It was not, I was just, I just sat there, like I was about to gag. I had to spit it out. And then in Denver at the next show, one of the roadies, who is still good, Danny's good friend, he said, Rockstars brag, right? Rockstars brag. So Kip was talking about, he was like, I don't understand why she spit it in a glass and didn't swallow. Well, this person had heard, the roadie had heard the story of why later that night I spit it in a glass. So for the Denver show, this roadie and a couple others who Reb Beach included, they're the other guy from guitar player, I think, or bass player from Winger in the band, who had heard the story as well, got together with their hotel glasses, put him in a lovely little box, wrapped him with a bow, and gave him to Kip with a little note that said, with love from Salt Lake City. And as he opened it up, there was the hotel glasses, just like the one I spit himself in. So yeah, and that's why when you look at my pass, it says "wow" on it, because Kip was like, "That was the best I've ever fucking had," and he was like, "You felt so dead." He almost passed out with the second time and third and fourth time that night before that we were at it. So yeah, he almost passed out when when what happened in my mouth happened elsewhere. So yeah, he just was, it was that hard for him. It was like, just, he's all, "I'm sorry, I'm about to pass out. I don't mean to be laying on top of you." I'm like, "It's cool, dude. You're not the first." So there you go. There you guys go. As Samantha put it in Sex in the City, Kip Winger got some funky fucking spunk. Funky doesn't even begin to describe it. I hope you've been eating some pineapple and your diet's gotten a little better. So, hope your girlfriend's... Oh, God. I still can't swallow. But now I know when to pull up. Just ask that chick on the back lounge of Ugly Kid Joe's tour bus. She didn't like that much. I'll put the link to that video down there. Look for the video. It's one of the earlier ones with the girl holding the pie. That was not expected. But the link will be down there, so you can hear that little story. But all right, guys, thank you so much for getting to the end of this episode. Thank you guys for just being here and like discovering me and sharing me and getting my name out there and helping me promote. And, you know, to Joe and Kristen and everybody, thank you so much for helping me out there in LA with everything you're doing. Really, really means the world. And Kristen will be back, you guys. I've been really chaotic, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to schedule everybody to come back for interviews, because I still want Melody to come on. You know, Diana, Kristen's coming back, Marie's coming back. I want to ask Lulu. There's quite a few girls. Linda, Desiree's want to come back. So I have a lot of guests that I'm trying to bring onto the show, and I haven't been able to take the time and get coordinated and get in touch with everybody. But that is coming. And so I know Kristen and I are talking about getting the podcast going. So hopefully we'll be getting that going before the end of the year. So, all right, guys. And as always, just like I said, thank you so much to everybody for everything. I couldn't be more grateful and lucky and excited because so many new things are coming, you guys. Yay! And when I do get the link from the Romanian morning show that I did with Alex, I'll post the link here, not on this video, but on the channel. So I'll post it in a regular post here, so you guys can go check it out and see how it is. But all right, thank you. As everybody go down, you lurkers, hit that subscribe. Everybody from Patreon, bring your membership over here. Get a membership here because I have a lot more to do. Easier for me to do stuff here for my members. So go down, hit the subscribe, hit the membership, hit my bells. We'll see you next time on Cocktails and Mocktails. Cheers, figures.